song. They hope it ends with a trophy presentation. There is a line in that song, refrain from breaking my heart, and that will be a plea from the Rovers fans to those Hull Kingston Rovers players. They're not going to get their hearts broken tonight, are they, Terry O'Connor?
Look, incredible in the atmosphere here. That if that doesn't get you up for playing a game of rugby league, like nothing will. The fans have been pouring in here. It's been a great atmosphere building for the last couple of hours, and here it is. They want to put on a show. They're going to look at last week as a blip. Well, let's get it going, Dave.
And Sam Burgess did say in the build-up that he's got some young players in there who are excited to be playing, and that atmosphere might work a little bit of magic on them tonight. Look, you never know.
What you get with some young players when they go out there and play is they never know when they're beaten, and they know that they're going to be up against it. It's going to be a massive, huge effort. They're going to show plenty of heart, and they're going to really try and take it to Hull Card as much as they can. But the senior boys for Warrington really do need to step up.
Just in case you don't know the context of the night, Hull Kingston Rovers win, and it seals their place at the top of the regular season in the 2025 Super League campaign. Well, there's a kick out of dummy half from Danny Walker. That is a 40-20. Wow. They are in the mood to poop a party or two here tonight, Warrington.
Look, he's a proud man. He's a proud Yorkshire, a proud Warrington lad. He's up against a team here with Jez Litton in it, who's been grabbing all the headlines. He knows he has to be at his best tonight. Like I said, he's one of those senior players that needs to step up.
Well, what a start. What a start here for Warrington. Taking up position inside the Hull Kingston Rovers 10. Their defence has been mean all year. It spilt a few points last week. Will there be nerves here as Warrington press? Holroyd is just trying to nosy his way underneath a couple of defenders. Walker dances out to that right-hand side. Matterson with the offload. The ball goes to ground. It's a little scruffy, but Walker will tidy up, and Warrington reset themselves here. Ewan Irwin, the youngster, 17-year-old, stands at dummy half. Sneed across to Matterson. A little step back on at the inside, but Taylor Ray with simply nowhere to go. Smothered out of it by the advancing Rovers defenders. There's no offload from Philbin, despite a hint or two. And on the last play, Warrington will go for it. Walker with the delayed pass. Sneed with that cross-field kick. Dufty almost got there. It goes wide to Pulis, but the referee says it travelled forward. And that early scare is survived by Hull Kingston Rovers.
Oh, a little trick play, wasn't it? The kick here from Sneed, looking for the centre. Unfortunately, they just couldn't take it in cleanly, and they know they've got to be at their attacking best, and the short kicking game, long kicking game from Mark Sneed will certainly cause Hull Card problems if you don't put pressure on him.
Well, if Hull Kingston Rovers thought it was going to be easy tonight, I think they just had that sense knocked out of them with those opening 2.5 minutes. Looking to plough forward. They were rather rattled, weren't they, by what Wakefield produced against them last week. Their record biggest concession of points in the season. But now, having settled, are looking to attack. Morg having joined in and helping it on its way to Hiku, who's dragged to the ground. Morg collects and goes again, and here's Batchelor, who just bullies himself inside that Warrington half. Last play in this set. Mikey Lewis with a kick. It's charged down. Referee says it's still... No, it's back to one. He's waved his arm. It's back to one. Hull Kingston Rovers reset again.
Well, Adam Holroyd just gets off the line and gets in the eye line of the man who's kicking the ball. They've got another set now to contend with here. Now does everything right, just puts his hands up.
This is Hadley driving in.
He's been great this year.
Up and plays. Litton again, who's walking that disciplinary tightrope. Not too many more points than he could find himself banned. Oh, that's a scruffy pass. And it's out of play. I think it's going to be Warrington who get it back. There was just a hint of a Warrington boot at the end, but I think it was already out of play.
Look, when we turned up, it was like a party atmosphere for Hull Card. The big thing for them is just make sure that they finish the sets well and take their opportunities. Don't overplay it, trying to entertain the crowd. That'll come. But nice pressure from young Jake Pulis then as well.
So one City, two big games tonight. East over here and West over there. Hull FC have taken an early lead. Remember, they have to beat the Catalan Dragons tonight to keep alive their hopes of finishing in the six. If they win that, then they will go a point above Wakefield with one play to go, one game to go. Harvey Barron is the early scorer. They've kicked the goal as well. So 6-0 in that game. Warrington setting again here, showing an attitude, a real application. With a playoff picture in week 1 as it stands, but Wakefield, as we said, have got plenty to say about that. There's the offload, and here's Sneed. Looping it to Jake Thewlis. Can't find a passage. And it's with Danny Walker again. He just dummies right and goes left and tries to create just something or other, but Holroyd dealt with. So back with Mattison, and a step from Irwin, who'll certainly be looking for the headlines tonight, won't he? Young Ewan Irwin. First start of his Warrington career in the senior team. Sneed puts it high. The chase is on, and it is caught by Josh Thewlis. And my word, doesn't that cause consternation? 5 minutes played, and those travelling Warrington fans are in utter delight, and a deserved lead.
Yeah, outstanding. All coming about from the kick really at the start of the game from Danny Walker. They've had a lot of good field position. They've not panicked. And Mark Sneed, well, doing what he does best and kicking the ball, putting it in a decent area. And Josh Thewlis goes over. Do you know, incredible start from them. And they'll be disappointed. There's a lot of those players that are playing in this game for Warrington know that the season hasn't unfolded like they expected, and they want to put it right tonight. Like I said, a lot of young players that's going to be playing, making away in the game. Some of the senior boys, even though Thewlis is only 23 himself, to the delight of the coach, Sam Burgess.
Well, they've not had many of those moments, have they, in recent weeks? My goodness. Just a little twitch here in the Old Kingston Rovers coaching box. And I imagine one or two watching in Wigan at the moment, just perching on the edge of their seats and thinking, maybe, just maybe. Sneed with a kick, and over it goes. And what about this scoreline? With 6.5 minutes played, it's Old Kingston Rovers 0, Warrington 6.
Well, last week when they played against Wakefield were absolutely brilliant. They posted 26 points on Hull KR just at the break, and Hull KR, you would have thought, would have come out with a bit of a response. A right good start from them. And Warrington, well, that's a great start. Sam Burgess couldn't have asked for a better start.
They've looked from the off like they're meaning business here tonight, don't they?
Well, they know no matter what happens tonight, the season's over for these players in the Warrington jersey. It's how they finish.
They do have scores to settle with Hull KR as well, don't they? Having lost to them in that tight Challenge Cup final, a very late try in the Mikey Lewis conversion, and having lost here as well in the semi-finals of the playoffs last year with a controversial try going against them. So a little bit of memory they'll want to rewrite here. Walker again has gone out from behind the 40-metre mark. Again he's looking for a 40-20, and again he's nailed it. Warrington are on fire at the moment. They're attacking again.
Well, do you know, as soon as he kicked that, he runs towards where all the Hull KR fans are with his fist in the air. He knows that he's come up with 2 massive plays. There you go. He's telling the fans he's already kicked 2. And we've only got 8 minutes in the game.
And are you watching Sean Wayne? I think he's at the back of his mind as well, with that England selection coming up later in the year. Up against Jez Litton, as was mentioned earlier. Walker again, busy night for him tonight. Sneed puts it back, Irwin's in for. Taylor Ray with a step, and right through a Hull Kingston Rovers defence that simply disappeared before his very eyes. There might be a reason for that. Referee is asking.
We're just confirming no one's been obstructed in play here.
Wow. Wow. Well, here comes the video ref.
It's tackle 1 with a try on field. We're checking for any potential obstruction in the build-up. So we'll start from this angle here. So we're looking at Warrington lead runner on May. So that's fine up to now. Oh, there's contact there. So let's run this back and see what happens. There's contact on Batchelor. So there's contact on Batchelor on the inside shoulder, which disadvantages him and prevents him from making a tackle. I've got a decision.
Oh, they might have got away with this. They might have got away with this, Hull Kingston Rovers. This will be a popular decision when it's put up there on the big screen. Great step from Taylor Ray, wasn't it? But obstruction on James Batchelor. No try. Oh, that's not a cheer of celebration, that's a cheer of relief.
Yeah, absolutely. You could just see, though, that James Batchelor just knocked off his stride when he was going for that. Sam Burgess, well, he was celebrating, but you can just see that he goes through. There's a little nudge on him. He just loses his footing a bit, James Batchelor.
Well, to concede one try might be considered unlucky. To concede a second would have been sheer carelessness, wouldn't it, from Hulkingston Rovers' point of view? But oof, they're living on their nerves at the moment.
Do you know what you will say, though? It's a warning shot for Willie Peters' men, because Warrington are here to play. They've got absolutely nothing to lose.
One, two, just behind the line now. Hold.
Ain't going to be a cruise. Hulkingston Rovers, if they're going to win this, they're going to have to be at their very best.
Two, hold. Go two.
Lytton. There's Minchella right up into the line and challenging Walker, maybe trying to make him do a bit more work, tire him out a bit. Stop him being such a threat with ball in hand. Sue.
Yeah. Nice first contact from Joe Philbin, just stops Sue, doesn't he?
Go four.
This is Tyrone May. And he's made decent progress here. Hulkingston Rovers finishing the set in decent position as well. Morg with a kick. Referees immediately saying that's fine. The ball is knocked backwards. It's picked up by Warrea Hargreaves, but he can't offload it. Can he? Can he? No, he can't. Warrington get it back.
Well, this is where they're going to go to work now, Hull KR. Let's see what sort of attitude they've got. Make Warrington play from deep. Line speed here, you can see him already setting up just to ramp up and hit the first few ball carriers.
Jenna Brooks, what are you telling us?
Evening, Dave. Just speaking to Sam Burgess ahead of this one, he said that at the start of this week he could only name 14 available players. Look at that. A host of superstars, George Williams, Steph Ratchford, you've got Lachlan Fitzgibbon, Ben Curry. I mean, the list goes on. What an incredible start for Warrington with such a young team. They certainly have come to play.
Well, Dewis might be hoping that a second look results in a penalty here. Josh Dewis getting the treatment. Okay, our fans recognising what's going on here, because with the stoppage, the video referee will have a look.
Well, Aaron Moore, first look, he thought that everything was fine, didn't he? He just wanted one of the Warrington players to come along and get the ball off Foulis and take it a few metres away and play it. And like you said, they'll have a little look at this, won't they? And those Warrington players missing on the bench, that's some salary cap, isn't it? It's not on the field.
But those who are on are doing the job, and you could argue those who are off haven't been doing the job for most of the season.
Yeah, mate, we've got the penalty on field, yeah. Yeah, we've got the penalty on field, yeah.
It's going to be a penalty now.
Yeah, there is contact with the head there, yeah, we're just reviewing.
By the way, other side of the city, look what's happening. Yeah. Catalan have scored a second try, and Tommy Makinson finishing this one as well. He's slowly climbing that all-time Super League try scorers list as well. Catalan win tonight. Wakefield will be confirmed in the sixth without making a tackle in anger tomorrow.
Two mitigations.
Just a penalty.
Yeah, well, he was losing, like, wasn't he? Slipped, goes over the top terribly, and Hargreaves. And the fans aren't happy, are they? Thought that he was milking it, the Warrington player, Foulis.
Well, you can detect a lot of frustration amongst these Hulkingston Rovers fans at the moment. Sneed back on the inside again. Luke Thomas, one of those youngsters on the field, rattling it forward. Sneed and Nat Philbin. Philbin's push, but no further than the 20. But Warrington are threatening again here. Scored one, denied a second. Okay,
Back.
with another 3 defensive efforts to make here. Sneed now up to the line and kicking it into that in-goal area, but Davis is there. Oh, and he'll be relieved. He'll be happy to grab that ball back again.
Yeah, really disappointed with that one. He kicking on the third play, goes straight into the hands of Davis. It's one of his worst kicks in the last few weeks, that. Okay, are desperate for some quick play of the ball. As you can see there, then Jared Hargreaves doing what he does best, straight and hard.
Here's Litton giving a little take-off here, but can't be under too far forward. Tyrone May. And Lewis with a big boot that spins and wobbles and dips in the air. And quite wise for Taylor Ray to let that bounce before running it back. Look at that, 66% possession for Warrington.
Yeah, massive completing as well, aren't they? And making some decent meters. They've started the game really well.
Robins fans getting behind their side. Walker goes out. Just honestly ploughing down the middle here, Warrington. Walker again, looking left. Thomas plays quickly. Sneed with that kick away. It's end over end at this one. So up and high, but down it drops. And Noah Booth with a decent return as well. Wanted to get up and play it. Claims that Philbin was all over him. Referee said, let's just play on and get on with it, and we do.
Oh, do you know, I thought he was looking and wasn't a penalty. Great carry, wasn't it, from Noah Booth. Half broke free, and then he got the penalty. With too much in it. I thought it should have been a penalty on Noah Booth first one, but it's the second one that's been penalised for. Just Warren just trying to slow them down. Adding numbers, adding weight. And just a bit too much.
Well, they'll start again on the halfway line. I wonder what a Hulkington Rovers try sounds like here tonight, given the mood at the moment. 14 play. Litton, Minchella. Into defenders coming right and left and then behind. Litton again. Here's May and Mikey Lewis. He fancies a little run himself, but Warrington's defence is good.
Go third. Still third.
Litton.
Yep.
Here's Batchelor. Try to spread them on the left side. They're now going right, but Hiku can't make too much further progress. But they do still have a couple of plays to go here. Litton again. Just had to take a step to find his rhythm, and Mikey Lewis has to make it happen himself here because that Warrington defence is closing in. One last play. Litton looks right where May is waiting. Back it goes to Moore. Moore with a pass to Hiku. Hiku swallowed up by defenders, keeps it alive. Moore goes off. May now passes away. Here's Litton, and he's stopped. I think he lost the ball as well.
That's some good defence, isn't it? Jake Foolish, wow, he did a decent job coming in and just cutting the player down. And there was an offload, a bit frantic, but they certainly turned up. They were desperate then, Warrington.
Wakefield, Wakefield, that was last week. Warrington coming forward again now. Hulkington Rovers just trying to pen them. King trying to stride away.
Move all the way. Go third.
Walker. It's battering their way forward again through Philbin.
Who's together now? Back up. Go four.
Couple of plays to go here before they'll be thinking about kicking, but they've lost the ball. Taylor Rain amongst all of that. Ball comes loose, spins away, and Hulkington Rovers get it back, and get it back in a position they choose to be.
Well, Swasso Sue did well, didn't he, then? Taylor Ray just trying to use his footwork on the big fella just to beat him. And he just hits under the ball, forces the error from the young man. And that's one of those plays that's the future of the club.
There's tension here, there's drama on the other side of the city, but Harvey Barron will have reduced a little bit of the the worries there with that second try of the night for that young winger who's got a massive future ahead of him, hasn't he? And Hull FC find themselves 12-10 ahead in that game.
Heads in, boys. Don't go early. Okay, ball in now, Mikey. Ball's in.
Lewis with a feed. Litton brings it out, and Lewis now brings it left, and Moore puts the foot down. Tries to put a step on. Slowed it down. Back to Lewis. Here comes Warrior Hargreaves. Looking to bulldoze his way through. The mood is lifting around these parts as the Robins go knocking on that door again. Minchella flicked away. Litton. Now it's with Sue. Just the honest prop forwards route there. Never mind a fancy pass. Tries to drive it forward. 3 plays to go. May misses out Lewis, misses out them all, and when it finally arrives at the feet of Noah Booth, he can't take in a difficult pass.
Well, that's it. It's the big play again, isn't it? The cut-out ball going in front of 2 players. Didn't get the pass right at all. Instead of going through the hands, just looked to try and set Noah Booth free. He's in good form, isn't he, Noah Booth? 5 tries in 5 appearances.
Over here, boys.
Well, at this stage, this is going to be a major concern for Willie Peters, not just because they're trailing, but the way they're playing at the moment. They're playing with a lot of nerves, aren't they?
Well, again, it's just like chasing the game, chasing the result. But to get the result, you've got to do little things well. Like, you look at them the start of the year, like, they lost just 1 of the opening 16 games. They've got to have that same sort of mindset, because it's the same, more or less, team that's on the field.
Remember, Warrington are on a run of 4 defeats on the bounce. They've lost 7 of the last 8. And yet they are looking like the form team at the moment.
Yeah, they look really well, don't they? They're just doing the basics really well. Forwards are running really hard. Danny Walker's already nailed 2 40-20s. They've got a couple of penalties.
Penalty again.
Hands all over the ball. 2 in. Over here, 2 in.
And that's it, just pressuring Hulkart. Just a real strong carry, wasn't it, from Sidlaw? And then just reaches, keeps hold of the ball, just strips it as he's falling away. Batchelor, he just tugs on the ball.
Well, the penalty has put Warrington midway inside the Rovers' half. What can they make from here? Luke Thomas with that initial drive. Another set of 6, too slow at the tackle. Sneed pops it back to Irwin. Irwin trying to create a bit of a gap for Sam Stone to get through. He's dragged to the ground, but Warrington have 5 to play here. And playing with freedom and form. Philbin stopped. Walker picks up. Matteson. Sneed pops it over the top, but it's fumbled by Jake Thewlis. Hull KR survive.
Well, he saw that they were aggressive. And as soon as, I think it's Hiku that flies in, he knows that as soon as Hiku comes in, the right winger, Tom Davis, he's got to come in, which was going to create some space on the outside for Thewlis. But he had to nail that ball. If he gets that ball out in front of him, there's no one stopping him. Young Jake Thewlis. And in good form, hasn't he, this year? Try scoring wise.
Tyrone May will feed this. Hull Kingston Rovers again with a lot of ground to cover here. And Wigan are watching on, of course, because if they can beat Leeds by a big enough margin tomorrow, if Hull KR do stumble and fall here tonight, and the league leaders' shield may be going elsewhere. But as we always say, early days, 20 minutes played, an hour still to go. This is Lewis. Here's Litton out of dummy half again, and he's going to have a go as well. A little sprint out there, but they're on the last. You'd imagine a kick here. May and Lewis both going to that left-hand side. It's Lewis who sticks it high. There's a challenge on. The ball bounces into the hands of Booth. It's come free to Hadley. It's a 0-0 tackle. Touched by Warrington. Collected by Hull KR. There is a clamour from the terraces for the Robins to make something of this. Here's Martin. Rolling down. Litton stands and delivers. Minchella back to May. May with a burst! And listen to that roar! That's what relief sounds like on a night when you came to party and you were ever so worried. But Tyrone May says, worry not, with his first try of the night.
Well, we were just waiting for the dam to break, really. You know, they had that possession, they had that field position, the error from the kick from Warrington, who'd been the better team up to this point. Nice little offload, wasn't it, from Noah Booth? Just get rid of that ball. Dean Hadley doesn't panic whatsoever. They get that set restart and they go Tyrone May. Well, he's a dangerous player, isn't he? The run threat. He knows that he's got players outside of him, but he knows that Mark Sneed just fell for it, didn't he? Whether it was going to be a tip on or not, Tyrone May, he knows that if he goes, he pumps the ball. Mark Sneed falls for it. He beats the inside man. Well, that's okay. Has that just settled the nerves? Well, I think he has for that man.
I think he's happy, isn't he? Oh, Tyrone May, the try scores. Does that settle nerves? Or do Warrington come back with a bit more? Reece Martin, the normally ever dependable Reece Martin. Stands a long way right. There was so much of a hook on that, it nearly went a long way left, but it has gone between, and it's 6 points apiece.
Yeah, well, these fans now they're starting to believe. The opening 20 minutes, they weren't so confident, but Tyrone May, he's certainly one of those players that sets the game alight. Played in 2 grand finals. Paul Catalan and Hulkar lost both of them. He wants to get there along with his team to put the record straight.
Well, it's a game that's swinging one way and the other on the other side of the city, because I think Catalan have taken the lead again against Hull FC. That was a pass from Nicholson, wasn't it? And Remus Smith, the scorer. Penalty here for Hull Kingston Rovers.
Yeah, no, just a couple of penalties going in favour of Hulkar. Davis running really well. Matteson just clips him a bit too high. Even though the possession's still in favour of Warrington, you can just sense now that they're just starting to get a foothold in this game, Hulkar.
Well, tomorrow's been dubbed Frantic Friday with the last games of the regular season. Thursday night is providing a few cliffhangers, isn't it? 6-6 here. Catalan leading on the other side. Hadley with a drive. Jay Whitbread's just come on the field as well to offer some freshness down the middle as Mikey Lewis takes it off. Litton collects again. Back on the inside for Whitbread's first carry, and he makes it count. Making a few metres after contact. Pushing Warrington back again. Litton dances off, sees the gap, but that's gathered in by Thomas. The youngster working hard. 6 play. Lewis. And off and away for Gildard. And Gildard pushes, but can't get closer than that.
But again, look where they are. They don't score the try, they're trapped in the corner. And Hulkar again, just look how tight they are, the line speed here. And it's so intimidating. Someone who's going to carry that first ball.
Well, they're back in their comfort zone here, aren't they, Hull Kingston Rovers? Making it uncomfortable for the opposition at that end of the field. And the speed has just upped a notch or two in their defensive line. Walker running into trouble. 2 plays for Warrington to exit a little further. Hull Kingston Rovers desperate not to give a penalty away here. This is the last. Sneed. That's a wobbly kick. Davis doesn't fancy catching on the full. He'll leave that off the bounce for Artem Ork. And here comes Tom Davis with the return.
There was a massive call as well for putting pressure on Danny Walker then, whether he was going to kick from the ruck area. Again, just look at this. First 2 good carries, first of all from Davis, then from Booth.
Do you see a more settled Hull Kingston Rovers side?
Yeah, they look They looked a bit nervous when they first came out. So when they came out for the warm-up, they went over to the stand. They were applauding the fans, and yeah, it's a big occasion, but you've got to get the job done. Don't get carried away with what's going to happen at the end of the game.
Here's Whitbread. One play to go in the set, so Lewis is entrusted again with providing a kick which he hopes will cause problems, and it's caught in the in-goal area by Taylor Ray, so it's just a little loose, that kick. Has to go back and take it again.
Yeah, he does everything right, doesn't he, apart from tap the ball on the right spot. You can see the possession's now just swung in favour.
Ball steal.
Yeah. The possession's just swung in favour now of Hull KR, completing really hard. They're going to go for the captain's challenge here.
Well, they're clearly confident.
Hull KR are challenging the ruling of a ball steal. I believe the ball's just knocked on.
Okay, it's 0 tackle. Hull KR are challenging the ruling of a ball steal. So something a bit wider out, please. Possibly camera 5 to start off with. Start from here. So run this through. So Kings in possession. Into contact now. They're entitled to wrap the ball, which is what happens. We'll lose sight of the ball. So anything from possibly the opposite corner around Hull KR's goal line, just to see if we can see the ball. This might tell us a bit more. In possession. Can't see much of the ball there. We lose sight of the ball on that one. Okay, I'm going to work around all the angles. Just see if we've got anything else. So start from here. So fine up to this point. I'll lose sight of the ball and just play this through. The ball's come out there. Anything else?
So we're just waiting.
Have we got any other angles just so to determine whether we can see the ball, because we'll lose sight of the ball. So these are our best angles. So given we'll lose sight of the ball, the challenge is inconclusive.
So it stays as it does on the field. It's given as a penalty, but because there was no clear evidence, inconclusive, so Hull Kingston Rovers retain their challenge.
I don't know who gets more nervous in those decisions, whether it be the players for putting the challenge in or the referee, see if he's got it right or wrong.
Well, clearly we couldn't see a clear angle there, but the fact that Elliot Minchella straight away put in that challenge, and he was very much involved in that tackle. You'd have thought he must have been confident, but could have been a double bluff. But Warrington are back inside the Robins half again. Sneed across the line, just popping it back on the inside. And on from the bench already. Sneed again. Roy carrying, but not for much further.
Move, hold the way, Jag, hold. Go third.
Sneed collects. Bustling effort from Max Wood.
Mikey back.
And still got tackles in the back here as well, haven't they? A couple to go. So they will continue through Matteson to just test this Hull Kingston Rovers defensive line. Mark Sneed wants this because it is the last. They'll rush towards him, but he'll still get a kick away. Booth is back and collects safely enough, but Dufty denies him any further progress.
Well, Josh Frulis took a tumble. He was appealing to the ref for the penalty. And wants at least to get to the kick, to get to the corner. Look at this third player now, just getting off the line. I think Sam Powell's come on in loose forward roll as well. He'll really stiffen him up in the middle.
Davis with the latest carry, and Hull Kingston Rovers struggling to make yards here. Struggling to get out from there. Lytton hurling it back to Mikey Lewis, who just belts that, but again he's got a load of spin. And a little bit of an off break as well, which makes it slightly more difficult for Taylor Ray.
Not a bad shot, was it, from James Batchelor? Good defensive set as well for Warrington. Tried to really put some pressure on Hull KR near the line.
Got 2.
Sneed comes left. King comes back towards the middle of the park.
Hold. Got 3rd.
Walker to Powell. Trying to bounce his way through.
Who's together now? Hold it. Got 4.
They too are running out of tackles here. Matteson just sneaking his way back inside that Rovers half.
Move all the way, James. Hold out.
10 minutes of the first half remaining as tense as it has from the very start. The kick is good, but Booth catches safely enough. It's a good, honest chase from the Warrington players.
Well, I thought maybe Mark Sneed, look, 30 minutes gone in the game. The drawing with Hull KR, I thought he might have looked for the sideline just to take a bit of the pressure out of the game.
Got 2, that's 2 away.
But they really do fancy it.
This is Martin, who's trying to battle his way an extra yard or 2. Lytton glancing round a couple of times. He's had a look at what's on his inside, and it's a lead by Whitbread. Lytton again, bending his back, delivering the pass. Minchella to May, to Batchelor. They're joining in through Moore, and Moore puts a bit of pace on, but Sneed's all over him. Leaping on his back and pulling him down. 1 play to go for Hull Kingston Rovers. May again with a kick. And again, it's an awkwardish bounce, but Dewlis doing well.
You know, trying to use his footwork to get around Hiku. Toby King now getting involved. A decent play of the ball here.
Sneed hurls it back towards the middle again, and Jake Dewlis with a carry.
All the way now. Go 3rd. In the back.
Powell.
Still 3rd.
Oh, the ball's gone to ground. It's picked up quickly. And that could have been a little more disastrous than it was for Warrington, but it's pretty poor anyway.
Go 0.
Batchelor. Just a bit of looseness. Dufty with a fumble. Lytton pops it back again here for Whitbread to try and push his way through. It's an arrowhead of attack from Hull Kingston Rovers. Left and right. It's left they go to Minchella. Tyrone May's in there as well. Popped it back for Mikey Lewis, who puts the accelerator down. But the defence is honest, and he can't get through. Hadley. Up and closer still. 5 strides away, but a determined Warrington defence ahead of them. May now. Hiku with a quick hands. Drops now for Davis. But there are so many defenders in the way. May with a kick up. It's not backwards. It's with Lewis, who twists and turns, and North now throws it out to that left-hand side, and Noah Booth goes in at the corner. Double relief for Hull Kingston Rovers. They have the lead. They'll settle for that. Should have been a cakewalk. It's proving to be anything but, and that is a very important try.
Yeah, it is. I said before about a couple of tries may just settle the nerves. And you look at the Noah Booth, and a bit of an error here from Irwin. Just doesn't quite get that pass to either Taylor or Duffy. Turns the ball over. Like I said before, they just probably need a bit of a break in this game to reset, recharge. They get hold of the ball. They're in that good ball earlier on the field, and they come up with a try. And that might just unsettle Warrington. They've been well and truly in this game for 33 minutes, really forcing Hull KR. And Hull KR, they get that pressure. They've soaked up that pressure, and they've come up with a couple of tries.
Mikey Lewis looked like he was drilling for oil there for a moment, didn't he? That twist and turn, but a little nod of appreciation. So 5 tries in 5 appearances for Hull Kingston Rovers, as you can see. Some big ones as well.
Yeah.
In amongst those.
Get it down, just wait for this.
There is a sense of Hull KR fan turning to Hull KR fan and saying, "Oof, that feels a bit better, doesn't it?" A rumble around at the stadium as Reece Martin settles himself here. More than adept at these, off the touchline, hits it well, and has he got it? No, he's not this time. But 10 points to 6. That feels a lot better from him and his teammates.
Well, they just want to play the game at some speed, don't they, Hull KR? And they know that they've got enough attacking threats in their side to cause problems, score tries all night. And that young man on the left wing, what a big future he's got. He's 21 in October, and I said every time he plays, he really does grab some headlines. But I said before, Dave, when Mark Sneed had an opportunity to go for the sideline, or anyone in a Warrington jersey, just around the half-hour mark, I thought they just needed to take the sting out of the game and just kick it off the sideline.
Well, there you go. There's the table that tells you that things stay like this or something similar to this, and Hull Kingston Rovers will be lifting that league leader's shield. One job done in terms of reversing their fortunes here tonight. The other job is to find some real convincing form for what remains of this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what they'll be after. They've lost 4 out the last 10 games. Like I said before, they started the season really strong in blowing everyone away apart from one fixture when they were beaten by Wigan. Yeah.
It's not to say the match-winning process part of this is done and dusted just yet, as Davis does well to offload it, and Morg is there. There's some pace as he tries to go between Walker and Mattison. Walker hangs on. He's having a good game tonight, the Warrington hooker. May, Lewis, Reece Martin with a kick. The chase is on. Gildard's after it, Booth's after it, but first across there is Taylor Ray, but he can't keep a hold. He's knocked it on, knocked it out, and Hull KR will get it back. And it's almost a carnival atmosphere that's been restored in here at the moment.
And they're really rising now, aren't they? Look, Warrington came here, they wanted to spoil the party. They had a big start, didn't they? But just some of the bigger players, look at the kick, the perfection from Reece Martin. And the young fullback who just fumbles the ball, makes an error. Play the ball centre field now for Hull KR.
So the Robins get it back, and first man in is Whitbread. Warrington offside. Do they think about the 2 here? 6-point lead, or do they just think,
keep
right,
going?
Yeah, bit between our teeth. Let's back ourselves here. Of course we back ourselves here. Hadley. Litton dashing up there again. Minchella, a couple of dummies and then a step. Can't quite get round Powell. Wood, who made that tackle. It's back with May. Batchelor. And Litton are quickly across there again. Big minutes for him tonight. Once again in that number 9 role. Morg throwing it back to May. May now, they're coming in all directions, and Mikey Lewis is leading that with a gallop. 2 strides short. It's short, it's lost. Warrington have it back. There'll be no advantage.
Well, wasn't that a nice shot? I think it was Sam Stone who comes up with a big effort. Well, they were really connected in that set of 6. No one jumping the gun, it was Stone. Nice effort to go down the short side. He hit the lead runner in Reece Martin. Sam Stone doesn't miss him, forces an error. Well, I think if you were asking anybody on the Warrington bench or in the coaching box, they'd be saying that 10-6 down here at Hull KR, they'd be pretty happy with this in the first half.
The effort.
Yeah, big performance.
Never mind the scoreline, the effort has been
big
supreme,
performance.
hasn't it?
Considering where they are, form-wise, confidence-wise, just winning 1 out of the last 8. This is a big plus for him. I know there's a second half to come.
And young players in there, and energy levels might diminish a little in the second half, but just at the moment, everything that was asked of them as Wood goes ploughing forward again here. Skip away to Sneed, but they're quickly up to him, cutting down his options the moment he caught the ball. Walker. There's a little gamble forward. Mark Sneed is happily booed. Oh, it's a knock-on. Happily booed by the Hull KR fans, given his previous connections with this city on the other side, but here Holkingston Rovers, apology for Danny Walker.
Yeah, well, Danny Walker was smashed into the ground, wasn't he? He just loses the ball.
Shot clock is on, time's off.
I thought he made the decision to run from dummy half because he knew that when he got out, give the ball to Mark Sneed, the ball was too slow. So he took it upon himself to try and make amends for that. He runs the ball, unfortunately, losing an error, makes an error. But he's been outstanding in the opening half for Warrington. Walker.
Just this set left, you'd think, here for Hull KR at the end of this first half. Another set, or restart of the set, I should say. May to Hiku. Hiku going to take on his man, Toby King, on the outside. King does his job. Tyrone May. Lytton. And Ninchella with a direct effort. Movement around back play. The ball is offloaded. It wasn't completed. Would make sure that one is. Tyrone May again. Ninchella. Morg chiming in right up to the line. Batchelor trying to burst through. But there's an honesty to this Warrington defence at the moment. Hiku delivering it back to Morg. Here's May. And Lewis at pace. And a beautiful move. And a beautiful finish for Noah Booth. Ollie Gildart very much involved in that with the timing of the pass. Booth has his second. And now they reckon they can begin their party. They're going to have a 2-score lead going into the break.
Yeah, they were so disappointed Warrington morning. But the Hull KR fans, well, look at them, they're just starting to enjoy now. Now they're starting to believe. Just eases the pressure and makes the team talk for Willie Peters at half-time a bit more easier. And you can see Matt Duffy, he just gets caught up. He's got all faith on the inside in Stone and Irwin. He just bites in, he's looking on the inside. You can see him there, the number one. He's just focusing on the dummy runner, and then he just doesn't have the speed then to make it up when Booth gets hold of the ball. But they do everything right. Nice play from Mikey Lewis. Well, he does all the damage, doesn't he? He takes the ball to the line, he gets Duffy interested. There was enough players in Warrington jerseys then to cover the inside. And that young man, well, I'll be watching his side if they keep this up, lifting the league leaders shield come 80 minutes.
Might be the very first league leaders shield out of tinfoil I've ever seen. Maybe that's the start of a trend. Fabulous. Well, Noah Booth marked his debut, of course, with a try against Salford at Magic Weekend, and here he is marking this last match of the regular season with a couple that is doing an awful lot to settle his side's nerves. Oof, oof. There's a puff of the cheeks. So Rhys Martin settles. Will be the last kick of the half, and it is a successful one. Well, it was utter stress for the opening 22 minutes for Holkingston Rovers, but the mood has lightened considerably in what has come since. A double for Noah Booth. We've got smoke in the back of our throats all the way up here, so you can only imagine what it must have been like down on the touchline. A much more relaxed atmosphere amongst Holkingston Rovers fans. But their heroes on the pitch are just making them suffer a little, aren't they, in the final few weeks of the regular season. That's a good restart as well, which has caused problems, and given Warrington possession, maybe they're in the mood for a little more here, Tim.
Well, that was a great kick-off, wasn't it? Oh, Warrington, at the start of the game, the opening 20 minutes, they were the better side. They want to start well again, led by Danny Walker, the number 9, just barking out instructions.
Genuinely believe that Hull KR might have lost that in the smoke as it went up there. Here comes Ewan Irwin. Young player, 17 years of age, first start tonight. And Warrington fans will take a lot of consolation from the younger players they're watching this evening and the jobs that some of them are doing. And the job that this fella's doing as well, Walker, so far tonight. Out of dummy half. Taylor Ray takes it on a strider too. They've hit the last play. So Warrington with an early chance to strike a blow. Duffy in that unusual position of the centres, picked in that position for the first time in a Warrington shirt tonight, but he can't travel far and has to give it back.
Well, it's still not a bad place to turn the ball over, is it? Down in your opposition in the corner. Look, they'll be trying to force an error. Okay, it's all about getting through the first 5 sets in this second half. And again, just building into the game.
Well, there's no lessening of intent, is there, from those Warrington defenders? They're very keen to pin their opponents as close as they can to their own line.
Yeah, they were really disappointed that try they scored from Noel Booth right on 40 minutes, right on the hooter in that first half.
This is Lytton running out of plays. Hadley puts the shoulder in, but Matterson stops him in the first instance, and Kingston Rovers have been kept deep inside their own half. Sam Powell was so keen to get up there. That's a huge kick away.
I was watching that as it was coming down then. And Kai Taylor-Ray didn't want any part of that. It was swirling in the wind. Made it really difficult for the young man.
There's Jake Thewlis. 2 steps forward, 1 slide back. Sneed back there. Dummy half. Josh Thewlis from the other side. Walker's back there now, marshalling the position. Trying to get his players moving again in the shape of Toby King this time, who's just up and crawling beyond the 30-metre mark. Twist around by Matterson, but that was a 5th. So they'll be looking for Sneed. No, they're going the other way. They're looking for young Ewan Irwin. It's a banana kick that as well, isn't it? Davis takes it safely enough. And Hull Kingston Rovers start comfortably close to the halfway line.
Well, for them to win this game, and it's going to be a big ask for Warrington. The first half, they missed 20 tackles, made 7 errors. They've got to be on the right side of the error count. And they've got to make sure that if they do get the ball, they don't make the mistake, don't force the pass. Obviously, it's all about the performance here.
Peter Hiku and Max Ward.
Well, he's not backing down, is he, the young man?
Hiku just followed up with a few words, I think. The Hull Kingston Rovers find themselves in decent position again, May with a couple of dummies, and then the dummy from Lewis, and off he goes, but the ankle was tapped by Ewan Irwin. And what an important ankle tap that might prove to be. But there is another set of 6 to go here. May gets it away, Whitbread just disappears underneath a pile of bodies. Lytton barging in the shape of Martin. Lytton readies himself once more. It's Lewis across to May. Thinking about the big pass, and Morg's involved, and the step, and the swoop, and the reach. And that looks like being a try. Oh, he thinks no try. Is this a double movement?
It's tackle 2. Got no try. We're just confirming that Arthur Morg promotes the ball to the line and that there is a second movement.
That's what they're looking at, double movement. So the referee is Tom Grant.
Tackle 2, we've got an offer called no try. Just looking to confirm there is double movement. So we'll play this through in full speed first. So, live call of no try, so we can establish whether this is part of the tackle and the momentum the tackle takes forward, or there is actually a second movement. So, on for call no try. So, we've already played this through in full speed. So, what happens to the ball there? Is that ball short of the line anyway there? So, at this point, someone from the corner, please, just to see, to confirm part of the decision. So just see if this tells us anything more. So back to the angle was on before, please. So put some camera 2 if you got that. So we've already seen, so look at this slow, please. So establish this part of the call, we're looking at this next part. So the short of the line, so pause that there, please. Let's roll this one back on this angle. So we know at this point the ball carrying arm is down. Play it forward a few frames, please, and stop there. So the ball carrying arm is down at this point. There is in a second motion to get the ball to the goal line. I've got a decision.
Well, this time last year, Joe Burgess was scoring at that end of the field in a similar position, wasn't he? And Warrington thought that that was a bit unlucky. So maybe they feel their own one. That did look a very definite double movement, didn't it? And well spotted by the referee on the field, confirmed by the video referee.
Yeah, well, the temptation was just a bit too much, wasn't it, Arthur Morg? Just millimetres in that. And again, just look at the effort at the back from young Kai Taylor-Ray to prevent him from going over. He could have given up on that play, couldn't he? And again, a bit of desperation from Warrington.
Yep. Quite rightly, they survived that video ref decision, and they can bring it out again with all the correct attitude that they displayed for most of the first half. Still not going to be an easy path to victory here tonight for Hull Kingston Rovers. I think a lot of people, and I put myself in that category, thought this was going to be Hull Kingston Rovers by a distance. But this is a Warrington that has turned up in the kind of shape that it hasn't turned up in for some time. Sneed just saw the advancing defender, so delayed the pass. This is Stone. Here's Walker. Eventually out of dummy half. Just having a dabble round at this blind side, but finding no way through. Batcher underneath all of that. Thank you, Lewis. There's the kick from Irwin. Distance covered by Morg. Immediately trying to turn this into an attacking situation, but can't. There's been another try in the other game, Terry. And that's a game that's looking hard to predict. Spiro Bichet is the latest Catalan scorer. On the back of that, and what does that mean in terms of game score? We'll have that confirmed in just a second. In the meantime, there's a 40-20 attempt out of dummy half from Litton. I tell you, it's not a bad attempt. It is an absolutely sizzling attempt. Brilliant. And as there's a downturn on the west of Hull, there's an upturn in the east. What a kick that was. There you go, that's the reaction, isn't it? Danny Walker kicked 2 in the first half. The battle of the nines. Jez Litton's come out in 6 minutes of the second half. He's kicked a 40-20, put Hull KR in a good field position here. Hadley laying the platform with that search. Expectancy just growing around the stadium again. Litton pops it back for Hiku. Hiku, second search, but denied. All the way back to May. Lewis joining in belatedly, tries to get away, but can't from Josh Thulis. Does a good job, the winger. Martin, thinking about going down that blind side again, and I think as he hopped that way, he suddenly realised it wasn't a great option. Gildat picks up, oh, he's going to go for the line! But there's too many bodies there. Has he got it down? Reece Martin with a half-hearted celebration. Held up over the line, so back 10.
Great defence, isn't it? Irwin involved, Sam Powell involved. Desperate defence yet again from Warrington.
Lewis, May, to Morg, and across to Hiku. And it's the last play, and they don't do anything with it, so Warrington get it back.
Yeah, well, Toby King come out the line, didn't he? Knew he had to affect that tackle on Hiku. They were lining up. The ball's gone from one side of the field to the other, trying to catch him out over on the edge. And Dean Hadley hitting Jake Thulis really hard here.
If Warrington can somehow generate the next try here, young McKinney with a carry, and my goodness, nerves return.
Well, yeah, it's on the back of some hard defence that they're coming up with.
It's the way the top 6 looks at the moment. Meantime, Warrington looking to expand through Dufty. Catalan win that game. Wakefield are in the playoffs. Just a year after promotion. Referee had called held before the ball was nipped away. Walker back to Sneed, sticking it up there. A winger's nightmare. Zero tackle because it got a Hulkingston Rovers touch. Walker collects it. Has support there from Taylor Ray. Warrington are fighting again. They are off the ground and throwing a few punches.
Well, Danny Walker just telling everyone just to calm down. That's what McKinney does here.
Good carry. Walker switching left. Sneed trying to smash down this Hulkingston Rovers door. They slammed in their faces. All right plays. Sneed again. Matteson is bumpering up and getting a second go. And he nearly took his opportunity. Still plays to go. Irwin slides it through, the chase is on, and it's going to be a try for Stone that silences this crowd again. Warrington are in this fight. Have no doubts about that. This ain't going to be a shield on a plate for Hulkingston Rovers tonight.
Wow, well, what about the kick from Ewan Irwin? And you see Matteson here. Oh, he loses the ball, doesn't he? And there might have been some hands in, but he loses the ball. The ref missed it. It goes out to Ewan Irwin. Look at that. He just reacts. Mikey Lewis comes out the line. He opens up the space behind. And then Sam Stone is the man who benefits from the young man's clever little kick. He knows it's going to be he's going to be under a bit of pressure here from Booth. But that's a big response and a good start to the second half. They get a bit of luck that's gone their way.
Well, again, it's attention Wigan fans, because the other part of this league leaders formula, of course, is that if Hulkingston Rovers do get beaten here, let's bear in mind they are still leading the game, but if they do, then depending on by how many, Wigan have a chance of catching them if they can rattle up a fair few points. The night started with Hulkingston Rovers' points difference 41 better than Wigan's. So if they lose, say, by 2, Wigan would need to win by 40 tomorrow for them to lift the league leaders' shield. Every twist and every turn. It might not come to that, but every twist and every turn. Sneed. They don't like him here because of what he did over there. And they'll like that. They'll like that because he's put it wide and keeps it at 16-10. Listen to them chanting his name.
Well, that's a nice little kick, isn't it, from Irwin? I watched him play last week. They played against Wigan in the academy. He was absolutely sensational. He was like a different level. And the next step for him is playing week in, week out in Super League.
They're in the Academy Grand Final, aren't they, Warrington side, against Leeds at Warrington in a week on Saturday. The reserve team is also in the Grand Final against Leeds, also at Warrington at Halliwell Jones this Saturday. Sorry, at Leeds this week, Warrington next week. Ball steal.
There you go. They just need to settle the nerves a bit. Okay, like the opening 20 minutes of the first half, they were a bit rattled. Things were going against them. Dean Hadley just with a strip on Danny Walker right in front of the referee. It's not what you want after conceding some points. He's been one of the standout players for me this year, Hadley, not only in Hull Car but in his position in the Super League. He's been brilliant.
Draw your attention, you saw those games going underneath all those matches tomorrow, but draw your attention especially to the two women's semi-finals on Sunday. You can see those back-to-back, of course, on Sky Sports. Saints, York, Wigan, Leeds. Those four involved. Here's Taylor Ray. 16 points to 10. Who would have predicted this scoreline at this stage before the match began? I think even the majority of Warrington fans weren't travelling here with much hope tonight, but my goodness, what a performance they're putting up. And there's more to come. Sneed's kick, knocked on. Knocked on. Moore got down there, but he couldn't gather it in.
Well, that's what you call building pressure, isn't it, in game management from Sneed. Again, he knows what sort of kick he's after. Kai Taylor-Ray and Mark Sneed just putting pressure on the Hull KR man. And he knows exactly what he wants, doesn't he, Mark Sneedy? He's there. He's barking the orders out to everyone, telling them what he wants in this next set, where he wants them to run, what hole he wants, what player they're going to come up with.
Rovers being put through the ringer. Fans' nerves shattered, shredded, because Warrington are not sticking to the script. This is King. Good carry from him on the first. There are 5 more threats to come. Back to his feet, McKinney, and left it goes, and the angled run! Oh my word! Oh my word! This is absolutely incredible. Warrington are a goal kick away from being level again. Where did that come from? Where did this come from? Well, Holroyd from the left answers the second, but my goodness, what a story we've got for you here at the moment.
Got a big 25 minutes coming up, haven't we? Well, I think he's been running them lines throughout the season. He missed 11 games through injury. What he is, Adam Holroyd, he's brave. He might not be the biggest of back rowers, but he stayed true to his line. Come on, a real nice, aggressive line, back against the grain, against some weaker inside shoulders, on a nice ball from Ewan Irwin, and look what it means to him. And the coach, wow. And the Hull KR fans, well, they can't believe it. They can't believe what they're seeing at the minute.
It's a funny old game, isn't it? There are no easy games in Super League. Let's trot out all the cliches. But this is far from a cliche, what we're watching here. Warrington, their season done and dusted weeks ago. Their supporters have travelled in dozens rather than hundreds here tonight because the expectation was so little. But it's the Hull Kingston Rovers fans who are made to worry, who are made to fret. However long you've been supporting this club, however money you've invested in this club. And the kick goes over. And that sickening feel returns to the stomach of those Rovers fans because it's 16 points apiece. And there is still a long time to go.
No, they can't quite believe it, can they? That was a great try, great effort from Adam Holroyd. And the fans now just getting a bit nervous. They all expected the reaction. They all expected to be celebrating throughout this game. And Warrington will have just ripped up the form book, haven't they?
What a Thursday night we're having. A Thursday night full of thrills and spills. Hull Kingston Rovers, well, the coach is down on the sidelines. That's how tense it's getting now. Never mind the box up in the heavens. Let's get down on the sidelines and feel the deal. As Warrington look to advance again through Matteson.
Well,
we've been going to Golden Point as it stands, and if it stays as a point, then that is enough for Hull KR, but that's a 40-20 attempt, but it's not going to reach touch this time. Here's Moore.
Just trying to inject a bit of pace. Hull KR lost 2 of the last 5 games. 3 of the wins they've had, though, 2 of those wins have been by just 4 points. Been really, really close. And again, it's another close game they're involved in here.
Well, they go again. If there's not enough excitement and drama in this city at the moment, on the other side, Catalan are doing quite a job as well. They look like denying Hull FC a place in the playoffs. Wakefield will be thrilled. And watching this, Wigan will be hopeful. When just a couple of weeks ago, it seemed that their league leaders' Shield hopes had simply disappeared. Still an ask. Hull Kingston Rovers still have it in their hands. Or do they? Just no. Sam Luckley's not got the ball in his hands.
Well, he comes up with the ball before it hits the ground, but I think when he loses it, it hits, does it?
Yeah,
Sam Powell. So that constitutes a knock-on. And just a bit of nerves settling. And Willie Peters, as you said, down on the sideline. Just getting involved. with his staff, the players.
Well, the consolation prize is, of course, even if they only finish second, it's a home semi-final in the playoffs, and a lot of coaches down the years would have said, yeah, that's fine, we're not bothered about the League Leaders' Shield, but it means something special here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I actually think it would be disastrous for Hull KR. They'd be thinking if they lose it.
This is Dufty. Seen an awful lot of him in the centres tonight, have we? Denied that free running role that he normally has. Chiming in. The referee loses patience. Get up. And Warrington working their way back into the minds of these Hulkington Rovers players again. Robins fans lifting the noise, looking to lift their heroes. Walker, Sneed, Taylor Ray, dancing steps from him, and King travelling. 2 plays to go. It's back with Sneed. Matteson. Matteson still. In the end he stopped, but not with the ball. Stone gets it away to Dufty. Dufty's found himself a bit of space. Closes down with a Gildart tackle. Irwin chipping. Oh, and Lewis knocks it on because he can't keep a hold. And there's more Warrington pressure for the Robins to endure.
Do you know what is working for Warrington? That unstructured play, the offloading game, not knowing what's on, just running at the line with numbers. See Irwin again, it's just a nice little kick from him. Some pace behind it, and he just can't quite take it in. Lewis and Sam Burgess, what a night he's having. He's enjoying this, isn't he?
Well, yeah, it's a rare treat for Sam, isn't it? We've not seen him smiling and clapping in there in any coach's box for a while, have we? But his team are doing him proud tonight. And the fact that it's populated with youngsters will give hope for Warrington fans for next year. Irwin with a feed. This is Dufty. Looking to skip on the outside, and his pace does well, and the finish is Josh Dewlis and Warrington are in the lead. Hulkington Rovers might have to cancel the party. Warrington are working wonders. This is astonishing.
Wow, this is outstanding, isn't it? From them, well, the crowd, well, the silence. Some of the fans with their hands over their mouth can't believe what they're seeing from this Warrington side. And when they would have looked down the team sheet from Warrington when it was put out at 6:30, an hour and a half before the game, they would have been seeing and talking about all the players missing. The mistake from Mikey Lewis, nice kick it was from the young man Ewan Irwin. They get the ball back, and Dufty, this is what he's good at, running at defenders, gets the ball, the little flick pass, and he beats everybody, doesn't he? He's got speed. He just stands up Oliver Gildart, he goes through the tackle, and look at that nice finish as well from Josh Fulis. Oh, and Sam Burgess, he can't believe it. He cannot believe
Looks like he's
what
riding the winner at the derby there, doesn't he? Well, and now we do get to what seemed to be an utterly theoretical possibility at the start of the night, but is now very much a reality, is the points difference situation. If Hulkington Rovers can't turn this around, and they're worried about that. Here's Sneed. There you see, 37 points the difference. And that's a big ask against Leeds tomorrow, that Wigan would have to run up a big scoreline. But the way this season is ending, you would not write off anything at the moment. Sneed gets the whistle from all around, but he strikes that. I think he's sliced it. Yes, he has. So it remains a 4-point lead, 16 points to 20, and there is still 18 minutes to go. Terry, anything could happen here.
Absolutely. Well, Mark Sneed wasn't going to get any favours from those fans standing next to him. That's a nice ball, isn't it, from Dufty? He's been pretty quiet in this game. And one thing for sure, the Fulis boys out wide certainly know how to finish those tries off if they get the opportunity.
Well, he's never played never played in the centres for Warrington, never been picked in the centres for Warrington before tonight, hasn't Matt Duffy. We reckon he only played 4 times in Australia in the centres, and the last one of those was in the New South Wales Cup, we're told. But my goodness, that was a brilliant piece of centre play he produced for that try.
Well, I thought that was a forward pass from young Tom McKinney.
Oh! Dropped by Matheson. Hawkins and Rovers have it back. Gildart looking for the counter-strike. But he runs into Duffy, who stops him. But hearts are beating. Hearts are in mouths. Emotions are uncontrollable on the terraces. Lewis with a dart. Lytton into dummy half. May. Morg searching the right side. Hiku with a step. But there are 3-4 Warrington defenders who are attracted to him. Here's slow. Here's very slow. Batchelor. Morg again, back to May. Minchella. Hit and spin. Lytton. 3 plays to go. May with a short one. Reece Martin just tries to batter his way through, but can't do that. Swung to May. May stops, starts again. Mikey Lewis arrives on the screen. There's a load of players in front of him. He can't shake off Duffy, who's doing a job defensively here. This is the last. May sliding it into the in goal area. The chase is on. There's a scramble of bodies. Last touch was Warrington. Drop out underneath the sticks. There's another cavalry charge coming here.
Yeah, well, there's a bit more pressure now, isn't it? Great defence from Warrington. Now listen to that crowd now. Just going up another level, the final 16 minutes of this game. It's a bit more pressure that they've got to contend with Warrington. Willie Peterson meant. Well, these are the sort of games that you want to be playing in come the back end of the year. Games that mean so much, everything on the line.
Sneed goes relatively short. Lytton knocks it backwards, but it's stolen. Batchelor's stolen it, 1-on-1. Mikey Lewis, I should say. Mikey Lewis with a steal. Martin dragging it forward again. Mikey Lewis does a job here. The magician's trick. May, dummies. Warrington defend. Lytton dashing up. Hadley charging in. Jez Lytton has a little look around, right or left. Which way are you going, Jez? He's going to that right-hand side. May with a high reach. Big pass back to Lewis. Lewis with a chip and a chase. Picks it up, lost it. Picked up instead by Thewlis. And Josh Thewlis will just be happy to have ball back in hand. No advantage. Warrington get it back.
He goes for it on the 4th play, doesn't he, Mikey Lewis? Just tries to weave his magic. Nice kick through. And there was just enough pressure from a couple of the Warrington players that just put him off from catching this ball. Duffy, Kai Taylor-Ray, and they forced the error. But again, if you're looking at the scoreboard, 4 points behind Mikey Lewis and his side, but you just feel like they're just starting to put the foot on the pedal.
Don't you love Proctor's, by the way? Ian Proctor's just pointed out when Wigan played Leeds last season at Wigan, scoreline, Wigan 38, Leeds 0. Doesn't that add a little bit of extra to the mix? It is all up for grabs. Well, and we'll be watching that live tomorrow. Wigan against Leeds. It might be the most meaningful match of the season. Here's Walker. This is Philbin. Walker up a dummy half. Powell galloping on again. 1 play to go. Sneed. It's another tester. It always is off that left foot. Morg. Morg beats a couple of defenders and beats another. And suddenly the way is wide open. And out to Morg, the Frenchman. He's chasing
individual brilliance. The set of 6 from Warrington was really good. They get to the kick. And then look at the chase here. The only thing they don't do is tackle him there. And Arthur Morg, well, one thing he has got is speed to burn. He's got so much confidence. And at this point, you thought, you're a Warrington fan, Kai Taylor-Ray's going to get up with him. I'm going to tackle him. He just steps off his left foot, goes away from the Warrington youngster, and scores such an important try for the club. But you just look at this. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, beats 4, and still has the speed to go. The awareness looking around. Kai Taylor-Ray, wow, take a bow, young man. Just couldn't quite get there. And Arthur Morg, what a signing by Willie Peters. He's certainly got the best out of him, hasn't he?
Wow. Wow. What a game. What a night. What a sport we watch. You try and predict anything. Try and predict anything. Such an emotional moment. It meant so much to so many Hull Kingston Rovers fans.
What about this kick, though, from Rhys Martin?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There she goes. There she goes. A little prayer offered. Please, please, God. What a huge kick this is from Rhys Martin. This to put his side back in. Have a listen to this. Oh, they believe again. They'll tell you they never didn't believe. But Hull Kingston Rovers noses ahead. Coach calms a little. Rhys Martin, ever dependable. Hull Kingston Rovers 22, Warrington 20,
well, that's it.
With 11 minutes to go.
If you want anyone to commentate to kick the 2 points, it'd be him. Neil Hudgell. What a job he has done here. Transformed this club. Well, they've gone short.
Oh, they've lost it. Martin's lost it. Oh, but it's a knock-on by Warrington. So, okay, I'll get it back. We're going for a referee's challenge, though. Of course we are.
Yeah, mate, I've got a knock-on by Warrington. I've got him that he's knocked the ball out of his hands. Mate, time off. Mate, yeah, we've got a captain's challenge on. Warrington are challenging the room and have a knock-on. I've got them knocking out of Rhys Martin's hands. They believe he just loses it.
So a captain's challenge from Warrington. They're challenging the on-field decision of a knock-on. So we're fine to this point. So we're just looking to confirm that there is a knock-on from Duffy. Anything else on that? Just to confirm that Duffy plays the ball. So we need to see the ball. Yes, that's in possession at that point. So fine to this point. Could we try camera 9? This might tell us more. So Duffy clearly plays at the ball. We're just looking for some perspective now to confirm that the ball does travel forwards. So camera 4, be our best bet. So we'll confirm that Duffy plays at the ball. And that ball travels forward in relation to the ground. We've got a decision.
It's going to be a scrum then, mate, isn't it?
Well,
yeah. No, it's one-on-one knockdown.
As you were, unsuccessful challenge. Hull Kingston Rovers getting back here. Takes a bit of steam out of the game, doesn't it, momentarily, but Hull Kingston Rovers won't mind that, I don't think.
He's got possession when he's knocked it down.
Yeah, you can just see that he just makes a play for it with his right hand, knocks it forward. Oh, Rhys Martin. Oh, this is like playoff football, isn't it? Just a 2-point lead for Hull KR. Don't overplay, don't panic about it. If the pass isn't on, just keep hold of it.
I think there's going to be a few sleepless nights tonight, no matter how this works itself out. The adrenaline will be rushing till the early hours of the morning for all those who are emotionally invested in what they're watching here. 10 minutes to endure rather than enjoy for the Rovers fans. They have the lead, though. Have Warrington got yet another surprise up their sleeve? Sue with a carry.
Well, that's it. That's just some hard work, isn't it?
May with a kick over the top. The chase is on. Hiku's favourite to get there first. But he went without the ball. The ball's gone to ground. It's all very scrambly and untidy. Now it comes out. And Warrington do have it. But only 5 from their own line.
Well, they were lucky then, weren't they? Toby King was on his way to the sideline. Good job that Ray was at the back.
Look at that. Tense over there as well.
What an end to the season we've got.
Tell you what, headache tablets will be at a premium tomorrow morning in this city, won't they? Cure the tension headaches that everybody's going to be having tonight, whether they be black or white or red and white. Wood. Hull FC keeping alive. They hope their playoff hopes, but they need to score again. Holkingston Rovers are happy with the scoreline as it stands. 1 play to go. Deep inside their own half. Irwin gets a kick away. Just a big boot behind that. Caught safely. Returned with determination by Davis.
Well, he returns the ball with so much interest, doesn't he? Look at this now, just 40 metres out from Warrington's line. This is a big set for them to keep them in the game. Concede another try in the game goes in favour of Hull KR.
Batchelor. This is Lytton. Minchella. Well, they've certainly not lost their voices, have they, in amongst all of this, the Robins fans? Adley. May again, and eventually into the hands of Gildart. Last play is coming up. They just take this as close as they can. Well, they're going to go for something a little more attacking. May sticks it high there. King's underneath it. He can't get to it. Ball spats around. That's offside, isn't it? No, King didn't get a touch. So Warrington are allowed to play on.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought King touched that ball then. Well, the ref was in a better position than we were. Okay, now just trying to slow this ball down.
6.5 minutes to go. Who'd have thought we'd have been in this position of Holkingston Rovers just not able to concede a try here. As tight as this is. Walker. Little chip and a chase by Irwin. Lots of bodies there. Booth gets there, but it's Duffy who comes up with possession and finds an out ball as well. And there's some speed, we know, from Josh Stewlis, so OKL will be happy they cut him down. They're still on the last play here. That was the 5th, so Irwin sticking it up there. Well, that's an interesting bouncing ball again here. And eventually it falls into Robin hands. And Hiku comes away with it, and Martin quickly gets it on, and here's Noah Booth. Has to cut back on the inside.
A couple of the Hull KR players that are just feeling that the pinch at the minute. I think you look back, Elliot Minchella just getting some attention from the physio come onto the field.
Well, if you see Holkingston Rovers playing Warrington at this time of the season again, you've got to be here, because last year it was the most intense and dramatic and emotional of games that led to an Old Trafford appearance for Holkingston Rovers. This time it's just a case of can they fall over the finishing line. But again, it's lost none of its intensity. Lytton with a kick. Oh, I think that might be a penalty here. Yeah, Danny Walker put his shoulder into the chasing Mikey Lewis. And it's going to be a penalty for Holkingston Rovers.
Yeah, well, just couldn't resist, could he? He just steps into him, steps off his foot, goes straight into him. And Mikey Lewis gets the penalty for his side.
I think that's the phrase, isn't it? Gets the penalty for his side.
Well, the captain, Elliot Minchella, as well, so we're not going to go for 2 points. We're going to run the ball here. 4.5 to go. They get over that line again.
They're over the line in the league leaders' shield race. Lytton. May. Batchelor. It's a big, heavy carry from him. Lytton slings it back. Morg's involved. May gets himself involved. Tries to step past those defenders. Stone can't hold on. May holds him up, and that is a try that wins a league leader's shield. Now let the emotions out. Now they can celebrate. What a task they've been given here tonight, but somehow they've worked their way through it.
You nailed it there. 76 minutes to get to this point.
Well, it started with a song. It's going to finish with a song.
Yeah, 76 minutes for the nerves. Was settled, weren't they? And you can just see Tyrone May takes it upon himself to clinch the game in the final minutes. They've been tested throughout this game. And let's be honest, Warrington, one of the best performances of the year. But Hull KR have been the best performance consistently, week after week, and they've broken the hearts. But the team on the other side of the Pennines, the Warriors, Tyrone May just gets rid of Stone, rid of Irwin, and that's it, game, set and match. And Willie Peets as well. Wow, the reaction says it all, doesn't it?
How do you cure indigestion, Willie? That's one way of doing it. There is still a kick to take note of here, because 6-point lead at the moment, which is definitely not insurmountable, but this to take it out to 8, and absolutely no doubts, 28 points to 20. They've been on a roller coaster tonight, but now the fun can start.
Look, they've been absolutely tested from start to finish. That try from Noah Booth just before half-time probably just put the handbrake on for Warrington. They're going to go short here, surely. Yeah, they are.
It's gone 10, and it's knocked back. And Warrington, in the spirit of the way they've been playing all night, are going to go down fighting here. Adam Holroyd, who put the cat amongst the pigeons with his try. By the way, it's only the second time that Tyrone May has had a two-try scoring performance for him tonight. Danny Walker going out. .100 seconds and counting. Oh, that helps. That helps Hull KR. They get it back. And I'm not sure Warrington will get it back now.
Yeah, a bit of a tired effort, wasn't it? And they celebrate here, celebrate the mistake, know that they've been tested throughout this game. And they've had to come out fighting, jabbing, and throwing the killer punch then through Tyrone May a couple of minutes ago. Look at the fans now. Look a bit more relaxed now, Dave.
Well, it's probably a question for another night, but are Hull Kingston Rovers in the form to go on and win a grand final is the question that will be posed in the next couple of days, I'm sure, but it all seems a bit churlish to be asking that at the moment, in amongst all this high emotion and joyfulness.
But what you will say, that the close games that they've had recently, they found ways to win them, haven't they? So that's the one positive that Willie Peters has got.
Lytton, 1985, the last time Hull Kingston Rovers topped the table. Roger Millward and all that. 40 years and so many ups and downs since. a club that is stewarded so well, has finally found its way to the very top of the Super League summit in a regular season. The League Leaders' Shield is theirs. 40 years history rewritten. My goodness, they made it a tough job tonight, but they have got through and they've done the business. And congratulations to Hull Kingston Rovers, only the 9th winners of the League Leaders' Shield.
Yeah, incredible. Now they're celebrating, pushed right to the end. And those fans, well, they turned up believing, didn't they? And what a night, what a performance from both sides. It's been a great game. Both sides have really dug deep. But Hull KR, well, silverware that they've been chasing.
There's confirmation. Never mind the points difference. It's all about the points now. Wigan knew a while back, I think, that was an insurmountable chase. They were given hope tonight, more than just a little hope at times. But Hull Kingston Rovers got the job done by hook or by crook. What an emotional night it has been for them. What a season they can celebrate. Challenge Cup, League Leaders' Shield, is there one more to come? We shall see, but they've done it tonight. Scoreline that barely tells the story. Hull Kingston Rovers 28, Warrington 20.
Dave, Terry, thank you very much. Well, if you're a rugby league fan, particularly if you're a Hull Kingston Rovers fan, tonight on Sky Sports you have witnessed, for the Robins and their owner Neil Hudgell, a League Leaders' Shield victory in 2025. Their first ever League Leaders' Shield. John Wilkin, Sam Tompkins. The relief in this stadium was palpable when Tyrone May scored at the end. The roof has come off in terms of enjoyment. There's two stories here. There's the performance on the field, but more importantly, there's the performance across 27 rounds for Hull KR.
Yeah, I think there was some nervous people in the stadium, and the outcome is what we were expecting. We were expecting Hull KR to lift this trophy tonight, and they deserve that. You know, tonight's performance, not outstanding from them, not the best, but, you know, throughout the season, they've been the most consistent team, and they certainly deserve it today.
Pre-game, you said, John Wilkin, it doesn't lie, the League Leaders' Shield. It tells you exactly where you are as a club, and it puts Hull KR at the top of the tree.
Yeah, ultimately the league campaign is the biggest lie detector that there is, you know, and Hull KR deserved League Leaders' Shield winners, and it's a momentous occasion for this club, a transformational period in the club's history that's seen them go from a team that lived in the 1980s for the memories of success to a team now that is a champion team in the modern era. And to do that from where they've been, you know, from on the brink of relegation, on the brink of financial crisis, when I was here very briefly.
COVID-affected year of 2020, 3 games won all season.
Yeah, but if you think Tony Smith's era at the club probably stood them in good stead, because they played a real attractive style with no pressure, and then they become hard-nosed under Willie Peters. But the connection between the fans and the players is palpable. You're right, you could feel the tension from the players, and that translated to the fans, and it made it really entertaining to watch for us.
Schadenfreude is popular in these parts as well, and the result in the west side of the city will be filtering back here. Hull FC needed to win to keep their slim hopes of the final playoff place alive. They have gone down to the Catalan Dragons in the end. They have gone down swinging tonight and in season 2025. But their season ends with the conclusion of the regular season. Back over here on the east side of the city, the celebrations will continue. What a season that man has had. Jez Litton, Sam Tompkins, he's been absolutely superb, and he's put his hand up for international honours in the Ashes this year.
Yeah, I think Jez Litton has been far and away the best 9 in the competition. I think questions have been asked about him in previous years. Is his defence right? Is his decision-making when to run? Well, this year he's been phenomenal. He's been outstanding. Every time he's been on the field, I think, you know, we look at Mikey Lewis. Mikey Lewis gets a lot of headlines, but I can promise you this, Litton does a lot of the work for him as well.
Well, the headline was grabbed by the player of the match with that pressure-relieving score in the 76th minute. Tyrone May with Jenna.
Yeah, 2 tries for Tyrone. He walked over here shaking his head, being like, my word, that was hard work. Tyrone May, guess what? The League Leaders' Shield is yours. It belongs to your club.
Yeah, look, it was a long season. It was a tough season. Obviously, it's good to get the win, and obviously the league leader shield at the same time. But yeah, it's good. It's good for the city as well. You know, we haven't won one yet. Last year we fell short, so it was good to tick that box this year.
Talk to me about that 80 minutes, because as I just said, you made hard work of it, didn't you? What were the nerves like out there?
Yeah, probably didn't start the way we did, and that's probably on me, that first 20 minutes, not really conducting it the way I wanted to, forcing the hand a bit. But as soon as we got into our groove a bit, you know, we started to feel comfortable, and credit to Warrington, you know, they didn't roll over and give it to us. They pushed us right to the end, and you know, it took us to go beat them a few times for us to actually win the game.
Were there moments where you thought this wasn't going to happen tonight?
Yeah, look, you get them type of feelings during the game, and you go like, what can we do next? We kind of train for these situations and scenarios, so yes, in the back of your mind, it's like it can go wrong, but I feel like so many times we repeat, we do it, so for it to come off tonight, to, you know, just a job well done for our training.
Well, it is a second piece of silverware this season, and Hull KR had to wait 40 years for their first, so I mean, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, look, like I said, to the city and to everyone like in the community, we want to bring I guess a sense of community pride to the city. It's a very proud city, a blue-collar city, and, you know, I'm just happy to do it for the fans, and we know we've got a big one in a few weeks, but we get the rest up and get to see who we face.
Yeah, I haven't heard this stadium quite as loud as when Morg got the ball deep in your own half. What were you thinking?
Like I said to you earlier, I was thinking go, because we're about 20 out. I thought he was stuck in the mud, and, you know, they got a few fast boys, and I'm just glad he got there in the end and kind of gave us a 2-point lead where we felt a bit comfortable and back our defence. Okay,
16 days break now. What happens between now and your next game?
Obviously rest and recover, and then probably watch who we got this week, and then we'll train hard and, you know, plan for whatever happens, but we know who we come up against aren't going to roll over, but it's good that we get a home semi and, you know, get a chance at cracking Old Trafford.
Tyrone May, go and join your teammates and go and collect that second piece of silverware for 2025.
Sweet, thank you, cheers.
So all eyes at Hull Kingston Rovers will be on the Sky Sports screens tomorrow for the final charge Friday. They will find out their opposition in the semi-final. And as it stands, it'll be one of either Leeds, St Helens or Wakefield who have confirmed the 6th and final playoff place. So Willie Peters knows they've got a home semi-final on the Saturday. Opposition yet to be determined. Sam, John, we've got to touch on the performance.
Yeah.
On the back of round 26 and defeat at Wakefield.
Yeah. I think the tricky thing for Hull KR is it's such a historic moment for them, but also, look, we know Willie Peters, and we know he won't be happy with the form over the last 5 weeks. But as we said, like the playoffs and the Challenge Cup, you're a chance, even if you're not in form. You know, you don't have to be in form to go and win in the playoffs and win the grand final, and they've given themselves an amazing opportunity, haven't they?
Well, they were pushed all the way, weren't they? 11 minutes to go. They led 20 points to 16 when Josh Stoulis went over for his second try. And you saw the reaction of their head coach, Sam Burgess, in the coach's box. Proud man, no doubt, with Jenna.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. Sam Burgess, that's a game I'm sure you won't forget easily.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. That was nothing for us to lose, so it's enjoyable. Different position to be in, but I mean, you've got to respect what they've done here at Hull KR. Everyone's filling the ground. It's an amazing atmosphere, and Willie's been extremely consistent all year. So it's really, you really got to take your hat to them. They've done a brilliant job here.
You mentioned the word consistent. For you to bring your players here tonight and do that against the most consistent team in 2025, I mean, it must make you so excited to get to 2026.
Yeah, well, I know what we've got. I mean, it's been a challenging year. I've said that a few times, but you know, we do have a side here. I think someone told me we had 7 players tonight that played in the Challenge Cup on the field only. And I know what we've got. We've got a lot of young players that have got a lot of experience, and you know, we'll see all next year.
So some of those young players tonight were outstanding. Will we see more of them in action next year?
Yeah, I mean, that's the strategy we're going with as a club. We're growing from within, and you know, it's having courage to back them. We've been forced a lot of times this year, and a lot of players have played more minutes than we'd imagined. But you know, over time, it's going to be brilliant for us. You know, but I'm really proud of them tonight. I was really excited watching them play. I thought they had a really good go. Ewan Irwin got a really bad cut in the first half, and he's a very tenacious kid. And we'll see a lot more of him in the future. He's going to be a wonderful player. Yeah,
certainly has a big future ahead, doesn't he? Just finally, Sam, the season is done and dusted. What is your biggest takeaway?
Well, time for the answers. My wife's actually due today to give birth, so I'm going to shoot home, spend the night, and hopefully have a baby in the short term, and then we'll get our head down and get some work done over the next few months.
Those babies are around a long time, Sam. Congratulations in advance. That's exciting news.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, best wishes to Sam and his family. The family factor foremost in his mind, no doubt about that. But there will be a serious inquisition into the season that the Warrington Wolves have just dished up for their supporters. 8th place finish for them. For this club, Hull Kingston Rovers, well, now this is their moment to celebrate 27 rounds of consistency.
Yeah, but how long has this 4 weeks been? You know, 4 weeks ago we were saying the one game off winning it, so it's almost been you know, such a difficult period. You're just expecting them to lift it under a huge amount of pressure tonight, expecting to win. Well, they've got it done, haven't they?
Got to clear their heads, enjoy this moment, clear their heads, celebrate what they've achieved, and look forward to a semi-final.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've probably got to forget today's performance. They've got to forget last week's and really be present in the moment. It's a special day for the club. You know, 40 years, no trophies. They've picked up 2 this year alone, so it's a great time for the club.
And he's built a side, he's built a club on the field that turn out consistent performances across blocks of seasons.
Yeah, I was in the changing rooms earlier, and they've got a mantra that's up on the wall. It's world-class in effort. And I thought that's what the connection between the people of Hull and this team is. The effort, working class effort, you know, that's what Willie Peters has instilled in his team, and the fans can connect with that.
Medals being awarded, there he is, Willie Peters. Well, they're going to get the acclaim of this huge crowd at Sewell Group Craven Park. They will enjoy this moment. Let's hand you back to our commentary team for this historic Hull Kingston Rovers Super League moment live on Sky Sports. Dave.
Brian, thank you, Brian. Well, the presentation team there handing out those medals. Nigel Wood from the RFL, Mark Pearson from the sponsors Betfred, and Mikey North, who plays Gary Windass, Coronation Street actor, who's a huge fan of Hull Kingston Rovers. 4 decades of history rewritten tonight for Hull KR. Reece Martin coming through. Hull KR proving nothing comes easy in rugby league. It's taken those 40 years and 80 nerve-shredding minutes for them to return to the summit. And Neil Hodgson there, I mean, so much owed to him. You remember his reaction when they lost in that equally dramatic Golden Point £1 million game against Salford those years ago. How they bounced back from that. You look around this stadium, the stands they built here and the stands they filled here is absolutely astonishing. It really is an example for every other club in the league, isn't it? That with the right planning, the right recruitment, the right backing, you can achieve greatness. So Mark Pearson will be given the task, I think, of carrying this League Leaders Shield across there. They're all ready for it. Just waiting for that. Oh, the lights have gone out. I hope nobody nicks the League Leaders Shield when the lights are out. But all the floodlights provided by all the phones on the terraces and in the stands here, it is a magnificent sight. And while that happens, there's a video going on in the screen which the club have put together, which rather chronicles the highs and falls of this club. There was that £1 million moment. But then, having been relegated, the absolute determination was to get themselves back up into Super League, which is what they've done, and they've climbed steadily. Willie Peters' stewardship, of course, a Challenge Cup final in 23, a Grand Final in 24, a Challenge Cup win in 25, and now the Shield. And now they're going to go the distance and lift the Grand Final as well. We shall see. But they have the Shield. The Robins are flying high again. Hull Kingston Rovers on an emotional night. League leaders. What a way they have finished their season. They anointed. The shield is theirs in 2025. 40 years of history rewritten. It's Hull Kingston Rovers who finished the year on the summit. What a night. Unforgettable. For so many reasons here tonight. Emotions have been running high from the start. He's been put through the ringer, as has everybody else inside this ground. But as the fireworks just explode into the night sky, the celebrations will begin. There's a big task still to be done. They've got a semi-final in a couple of weeks. They hope a final a week after that. But for the moment, they'll just relish this. League Leaders Shield winners 2025, Hull Kingston Rovers, and only the 9th net on that piece of silverware.
I just wonder, can they hear that, John Wilkin? You can tell me, can they hear that in the west side of the city?
They can see it, that's the certainty.
Well, it's again, Dave plotted that journey brilliantly, and the club's footage showed it, where they've been, where they've come to in the Super League era to now establish themselves as one of Super League's top dogs.
Yeah, they've not just dipped the toe in and been successful for a year and been back out. You know, they've consistently built a side that's so resilient, competes to the top. And I think something that's really special is the game day experience here. Nobody else does it better. I think if we were giving a trophy out for fans and atmosphere on game day, Hull KR win that too.
Yeah, and I think, look, success for me in sport is forged in hard times as much as it is, you know, celebrating these wins now. But the video that they showed you hardship that clubs and players go through, you know, relegation, losses in big games. They stand you in such good stead, Sam, don't they, to come back and be better and win it again.
But it's a cruel competition because you enjoy tonight and then you know you head to knockout rugby league.
Just enjoy tonight.
Where only winning in the grand final counts, absolutely. Enjoy tonight, that's the message, Willie, from John and Sam.
Absolutely, enjoy the night is the message. But was there a moment you thought this party might not be going on?
Oh, look, obviously worrying towards the back end, but to be honest, I was really comfortable with it because the spine lent into it. You know, last week we spoke around our spine needed to sort of step up in the big moments, and I thought every one of them did. Obviously, Arthur scoring that try, Mikey the big play, you know, off the dropout, and then Tyrone got a couple. So that's what I was happy about. It's going to be a good thing for us going in because semi-finals are going to be like that. So, yeah, you obviously want to win by more, but we didn't.
Well, it was a long 40-year wait for this club to get their hands on some silverware. You've just lifted your second piece of silverware in the space of 3 months. I mean, it's remarkable.
Yeah, look, we haven't been shy about saying we want to go after trophies. There's been 2 on offer, and we've got the 2, so 1 to go. You know, that's obviously 6 other teams or 5 other teams will be going after that as well. So we'll enjoy it tonight. Won't get carried away, but it's you know, you got to enjoy these times because they don't come around too often. Yeah, my owner said today, I think it's first time in 140 years that a whole team's won the double. So I think you might have been counting. Yeah, so a lot of people have worked really hard to put us in this position. But like I said, we're not getting carried away. We do want to go after the last one.
Listen, Willie, we hear you talk about the Hull KR way all the time in your press conferences and your post-match interviews. What is the Hull KR way?
I think it's probably tonight when things got a bit tough and you got to lean into it. You know, these people have never got anything easy around here. They've got to work hard for it, and that's the team that we want to have. We want to replicate our community. So, you know, last week people spoke about our performance because it wasn't us. You know, we went to work that day and decided not to make the choices that they normally make. Look, tonight, as I said, it got really, really close. But what I was happy about, we lean in when it got hard, and that's the main thing. You know, lean in. It's not always going to go your way. Certainly won't in a couple of weeks' time, but you find a way, and they did tonight.
Talk to me about these people behind me. They've been so vocal throughout the whole season. For the last few seasons, these fans, this atmosphere is absolutely incredible. What do these fans mean to the club?
Yeah, they're a massive part of what we do. You know, it's well known when you come here, it's challenging because of what these guys bring. you know, we always say that we want to action on the field and be the ones to get them involved, but they got us home tonight. They were loud tonight and they got the players home. So really thankful because they turn up every week. This is packed out now every week, and they follow us. They go to France. They go to all the away games. So really thankful to what they bring us.
Okay, you've got 16 days break. What happens?
Yeah, we're going to get a mix of resetting, you know, a bit of rest, but also some work as well. We need to put some work in because we don't want to go in 2 weeks' time underdone. So get our rest, reset, but there's also work to be done. You know, we'll sit back and enjoy sort of next week, you know, watching other teams go at it because it's going to be a great final series and we can be, you know, I suppose, enjoy that next week, but then the week after it's game on.
Enjoy tonight, really.
Thanks, Jenna. Cheers.
Well, an adventure that began back in February has reached a major landmark now in September. Hull Kingston Rovers with Willie Peters have won the League Leader Shield for the first time in the club's history. How does that feel? Jez Litton.
Yeah, obviously I'm proud. Proud to get it done for the club. A bit of history, but obviously the performance won what we wanted, so it's a bit, I'm happy but not happy at the same time, but you've got to soak it up. But yeah, like Willie said, we've got a lot to improve on.
Well, the advice from these two men beside you who have won the League Leader Shield is said, just park the performance for now, savour this, enjoy this with your supporters. You've been here amongst the longest, you're the longest serving, alongside Dean Hadley, alongside Elliot Minchella. There's quite the transformation in the club in recent years.
Yeah, definitely we've been on a journey as players and we've been through the rough times, so that's why I'm proud to get it done for the fans. It's a sellout and yeah, it's great for them, but obviously if we want to win a semi-final, we're going to have to be better than we was tonight.
John, where does the League Leader Shield rank for you, Jez?
Obviously it's consistent, but we all know the big ones at Old Trafford. So yeah, although I'm proud to get it done, that feeling what I got at Old Trafford last year, I don't think I've had anything like it, so to get back there would be a dream come true.
So how long can you celebrate this for realistically? Because I'm sure the focus for you and Willie Peters and all the team is in 2 weeks' time. So how long do you dwell on this success tonight?
I think tonight enjoy it in the changing rooms and we'll be in tomorrow, and then I'm sure he'll be into us about our performance, and that's it, we'll be.
He didn't look happy, by the way.
No fun, Willie.
I get scared when Willie Peters says a bit of work.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean, a bit of work?
I think it's been the same for 3 years. We're never satisfied. We won the Challenge Cup, but now we're in a position where it feels like we've done it, but we haven't done it. We've moved forward now, and yeah, on to the next one. Proud to get it done tonight, but like I say, we've got work to be done.
Jez, you put them through the ringer here, these supporters. What would your message be to them ahead of the semi-final?
Just be like this. If we can have a sellout crowd singing like this, they're like an extra man for us, and like Willie said, they got us a job done tonight, and hopefully they can be like this in the semi.
Yeah. All right, we will be there. We will be here with the Sky Sports cameras for the semi-final. Jez Litton, Hull Kingston Rovers, opposition yet to be determined. We'll let Jez go, celebrate with his teammates. Let's hear from another Hull Kingston Rovers star, Rhys Martin with Jenna.
Yeah, absolutely, Rhys Martin, plus his two beautiful children. Hey, Rhys, history makers, how does that sit with you?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a bit of an up and down year for me personally, but with the injury and missing 16 weeks of footy and then a suspension the last 2 weeks, so it's good to be back with the team. But these guys have been, putting in the effort all year, and it's just good to come into a team that's been performing really well. And then, it's just nice to be out there and just happy for the club and all the people that have worked so hard to get the team to where it is.
I mean, Maya's going to steal my job here. You're doing a great job. Let me ask Daddy one more question and then you can have the mic. Talk to me about how tough it has been for you then, because as you said, you've missed so much action, but hey, you're back at the right time because here you are lifting trophies.
Yeah, exactly. Just the injury was probably like the worst timing for me. I just wanted to show the club what I can do, and missed a big chunk of the start of the season, and then a few discipline issues there with a high tackle a couple of weeks ago. But I've just been working as hard as I possibly can to get back on the field and then to be in the best shape that I can to add more to this team. So the support and the staff that we have here has been great. So back at this time of year, ready for the next game. But I'm just happy that I'm back on the field.
Rhys, I'm going to let you go and enjoy your children. She's an absolute star. Thanks, Maya. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jenna.
nearly lost that microphone there. Look, he's certainly played his part. Just a reminder of the semi-finals. Stick these dates in your diaries. Betfred Super League 2025, the race to Old Trafford. We will see Wigan on the Friday. They are confirmed in second spot. They will face, of course, the highest-ranked qualifier. That's any one of Leeds, St Helens, Lee and Wakefield. For Hull Kingston Rovers, at the moment, it looks like it will be one from Saints, Leeds and Wakefield. That, of course, will be determined, finalised tomorrow in Final Charge Friday on Sky Sports. We got 4 live games with you. Mikey Lewis lapping it up here. It took a while for Mikey to get himself involved in the game today. He's had better days, but maybe, just maybe, better days lie ahead for Mikey and Hull Kingston Rovers.
Yeah, he's very much the heartbeat of this side when they play well. Tonight, not a great performance, not Mikey's best, but you know, Mikey's been a very, very outstanding player all through the year. Even his bad games aren't terrible.
Maybe Mikey is the one that has to take your advice on board. Savor this, enjoy it, release the pressure off your shoulders, and fire yourself into a semi-final.
Absolutely, relax, soak this up, enjoy it, recharge, remotivate and refocus, and then get after the playoffs and the semis. There's 3 competitions, isn't there? There's the league season, Challenge Cup. They box those 2 off. Stop, pause, reflect, and then move forward. And Mikey Lewis, as important as anybody, can fly into those playoffs, can he?
Oh, absolutely. He's a vital cog in this Hull Kingston Rovers machine that trailed 20 points to 16 to the Warrington Wolves with just 11 left on the clock. And then that exhilarating French fullback, the French flair factor from Arthur Morgue, won it for Hull Kingston Rovers. Jenna.
I thought you were talking about Sam Tompkins then. Arthur Morgue, have you ever scored a more important try?
Yeah, I think that was a good one. Hey! No, I was happy with this one, but I thought like all the effort from the team was super tonight. Obviously, we made it a bit hard for ourselves, like few errors that made us harder. Yeah, pretty happy with the win, and we know we got something bigger to achieve. We just want to celebrate this with the fans. I think the club deserves it, and all the fans. So I'm really happy for them tonight and for the club.
You're very modest. I'm going to make you talk about that try because you catch the ball deep in your own half. When you caught it, did you know that you were going to score a try at that point? Because I counted, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders that you beat. You ran virtually the length of the pitch, and then you touched down.
We always speak about do all the effort, try your best, and that's what I did. Just catch the ball and try to escape and find a way. And yeah, I didn't expect to score, but when I feel like I went through, I was like, oh, let's push out to go and get this try.
Arthur Morgue, go and enjoy this party.
Thank you very much.
Tell you what, he did look at one stage like he was running in treacle, but the swerve at the very end was sensational. It's only a slight body movement, but it got rid of any Warrington chases.
Yeah, it was. He did look like he was carrying a fridge halfway down the field. Some heavy legs, and I reckon that little swerve at the end. Had he not swerved, he would have got caught.
Obsessed with fridges. Are you, Sam? Well, he said he could carry a fridge. Now he's.
It took something special to spark Hull Kingston Rovers. It just wasn't happening for them on the field. And Arthur Morgue, despite what Willie Peters said at half, on the half-time, on the pitch, at the sideline to Mikey Lewis, none of that was working.
Yeah, no, and sometimes, like, an individual player can snap you out, can't it? Snap you out of a period in the game if things aren't going well for you. Arthur Morgue's try, absolutely crucial. And do you know what? Those senior players, the spine players in the Hull KR team, they're going to be so important for Hull KR to get aligned and fire into the playoffs and towards the grand final.
Well, let's hear from one of them, Captain Fantastic, Elliot Minchella, with Jenna.
Yeah, he is. He can't keep his eyes off the supporters behind us. Elliot Minchella, what is it like to captain this side?
It's great. We don't make life easy for ourselves, but just really proud. You know, that was a lot of adversity there tonight, coming on the back of a pretty poor performance last week, and look, we just got over the line. We weren't pretty, but we got the job done, and pretty happy to see these people bring so much joy to them. So yeah, we've got some work to do in the next couple of weeks, but really pleased.
I think it's fair to say, given how long it's been since this club had won silverware, of course, you won the Challenge Cup earlier. Is there pressure now off your shoulders that now that you have won 2 pieces of silverware in the same year?
I'm not sure. We've got a lot of expectations within the group. You know, we've got high standards and we want to win. We've won 2 what we set out at the start of the year, but you know, there's another one coming up in not so long, and we hope that we're in that game and we want to play our part in the playoffs. So yeah, we're respectful of the other 5 teams that'll be in there with us, but yeah, we want to win that as well.
A word on your supporters tonight.
Unbelievable. Loud as always, you know, probably got us through some tough times, but they've been brilliant for years. I've been here 6 years now, and just see the supporters grow and bring the joy to them, it's unbelievable. So this is for them, and I hope they enjoy it because they've waited a long time for it.
Elliot Minchella, go and enjoy your beloved fans.
Thank you.
Now, there is something pretty special about coming over here and enjoying their enjoyment. I'm talking about supporters on both sides of the city's divide, enjoying their enjoyment of rugby league.
Yeah, I'll just reiterate what I said. I think one of Willie Peters' massive successes is the language that is used, the language the club uses and how it connects with the community. I don't think there's a stronger connection with fans than Hull KR as a club and the players and the performance side have with their supporters.
No, I think they're clearly going on the same journey, the fans and the players. That every time they sort of on the field they take a step up, so do the supporters coming here. There's nowhere better in Super League.
And it feels new. Right, it feels new for the fans and the players, and that's what I love about it. It's not fatigue in it, is there?
Can I take the ball out quickly and ask you a question? Who plays left centre in the semi-final for Hull Kingston Rovers? Sorry to get nerdy on you. Is it Oliver Gildon? Is it Jack Broadbent?
It's a difficult one. We've seen both be good and both be vulnerable at times. I think, you know, Ollie's had a knee issue, so coming back, he's not been in form. It's a toss of a coin, I'm not sure.
Jack Broadbent for me. Or Mikey Lewis. Chuck Mikey Lewis in the centre.
Mikey Lewis. Magical Mikey Lewis, the reigning man of steel. What does he make of this?
We've just been, again, admiring the fans behind us. Very few have left. There is certainly a party here, isn't there, Mikey? And why not? Because you finished top for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, 100%. These fans deserve this. From 2016, when we got relegated to, you know, 9 years on now, we're league leaders, Challenge Cup winners, and yeah, the fans deserve it. They've stuck with us, and you know, it's been a very good year for us, and there's another couple of games yet, so we're really striving for that. We'll enjoy this with the lads and the fans and family, but we know we need to be better in that little parts of this game. But you know, we've got a nice little rest. We'll work hard in that week off and you know, go home semi. So yeah, I can't wait to get back out there now.
Mikey, give me 3 words that best describe Hull KR of 2025.
Hungry. Never give in. That's
3, there we go.
We'll cancel the first one, I'll just say never give in. Is that better?
Never give in. You've shown that a few times this season. The Hull KR way, as Willie likes to call it.
Yeah, 100%. It wasn't pretty tonight. You know, they come here and give us a game. And like you say, we want up to scratch on some parts of the game. You know, we started slow again, and we need to have a look at that and see what we can do better to, you know, we're coming into the semi now, and you know, these games you need to start well, and we found a way to win tonight to lift this trophy.
You certainly did, winning big games on the biggest of stages. Congratulations, Mikey Lewis.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you. See you.
Well, Mikey Lewis. Wigan have their Bevan French. Leeds will say they've got their Jake Connors, St Helens, Jack Wellsby. Fair to say Mikey Lewis is that man for Hull KR?
Yeah, he's right up there. I think a lot of what Mikey does in games are, you know, individual brilliance, which he only gets that opportunity given the rest of the players. I think, you know, Hull KR have been so consistent. You know, they turn up every single week and do the same things, and they lay a real platform for your stars. You know, you need to be able to lay a platform for people like Mikey Lewis to show what he can do. And I think Mikey's been very good this year, and I think he's got, if Mikey Lewis plays his best game in the semi and the final, it goes a long way for this Hull KR side winning it.
It's going to be a slow exit for these fans, these thousands of fans that are here inside in this stadium. As you said, boys, they've created a special atmosphere here over a number of years. They've matched it on the field. It's important that the two go hand in hand. Some clubs very good off the field, not so good on the field. Some good clubs very good on the field, not so good off the field. There's a dovetail here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's important for fans to just drink this in. You know, these are rich times, historic times for a club, and it's easy in sport to just go right on to the next thing, and I just feel like moments like tonight for fans, for a club like Hull KR, are incredibly important.
All right, let's hear quickly from Sam Luckley, standing by with Jenna.
Thanks, Brian. Sam Luckley, you had to wait for the final round, but hey, Hull KR are league leaders.
It's a great feeling, like enjoying the celebrations and everyone, but you kind of want to keep your feet on the floor. You know, it's nice to get a trophy, but we want the big one at the end. But 2 out of 3 so far, so we're all happy.
So the treble's calling, huh?
It is. That's what we said all year. That's what we're set our sights on, the treble. So one more.
One more. You sound so confident. No doubt this team is hugely confident that you can get the job done.
Aye, well, you've got to be confident, haven't you? You've got to be in the game to win it. So if you don't back yourself, then I didn't think you'll win. But hey, we've got a great team, you know. It will be a tough task though, but we just need to keep our feet on the floor and just keep ticking each week off.
Well, you've got 16 days off until the next game. Sam Luckley, congratulations.
Aye, spot on. Cheers. Aye, cheers.
No mistaking the origins. Well, I'm delighted to say we're joined here by 3 very special guests. If I get this right, it's Isaac, Oscar, modelling next year's Las Vegas shirt, and they're the grandkids of Neil Hudgell, who is smiling after a nerve-wracking 80 minutes. Neil?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a smile on there because it was really a horrible game. You know, I'll enjoy rewatching it, but actually going through it, it was dreadful, really dreadful.
But you've got to park that really for now and enjoy what your players, your supporters have achieved tonight.
Yeah, 100% completely over the season. We've probably been the best team in the comp, so we deserve it. So, yeah, it's a tick, isn't it? You know, we start the season, a trophy would be fabulous. We win a trophy, you get greedy, you want more. So we've got 2 ticks. I mean, the third one's the biggest tick, and at the minute it's a bit away, so, you know, we'll just hopefully take some time to recharge and come again.
Absolutely. Semi-final in 2 weeks' time here. You get home advantage, and of course you'll hope to progress through to the Old Trafford Grand Final. But in terms of a Super League story, take us through, if you can, in a brief amount of time, the Hull Kingston Rovers Super League story that tonight parks here with a League Leaders' Shield victory.
Well, I think where we've got to tonight is the first Hull club that's ever won a league and cup double, so there's some proper history in that. I think that you know, the journey, in a sense, it's always been ups, downs, lots of downs, and the up came after COVID, really. The up came when Paul Lakin came back to the club, bigger up when Willie obviously came, and I mean, you know, nobody can achieve anything without this. You know, this fan base has never been bigger in the history of the club, even when it was a very successful club in the 1980s. We didn't have the heartbeat of East Hull that comes every week and continues to grow. You know, we've got infrastructure issues now. What do we do in the long term? So, you know, we're a club on the rise, but we'll keep our feet on the keep our feet on the floor and just do our best. I think that's the mantra.
Yeah, Neil, how have you managed to engage the fan base so well? And it can't just be the rugby. It can't just be the fact that you're winning games. What are Paul Lakin and Craig Franklin doing to engage with fans?
We bring them along on the journey, don't we, John? You know better than anybody how passionate the public of Hull are for the rugby, and if they see the seeds of something, there's an unstoppable momentum behind them, and that's what's happened over the last 3 or 4 years. You know, we've also got a much younger audience because we've done some things, some glammed up the badge and all that sort of stuff, and there's a lot going on. There's a great line of communication. There's honesty. You know, if you're honest with people when you're not quite where you want to be, you know, you get it back in spades. And I think that tonight's, you know, more for everybody here, and you know, there's just a pride about the place. But equally, we're about what's next. You know, we've won a couple of bits of silver. We're a long way behind the big boys in terms of doing it year on year, and that's got to be the challenge, is to be able to not let these be one-offs, but to be, you know, year on year. And we've got the right people that are just driven. Yeah. You know, they are so driven. It's 24/7, 365.
Willie Peters.
Well, Willie Paul, the board, everybody has got a momentum behind them. These people, you know, we just want to be successful.
Well, you spoke about having a hunger for success and a hunger for silverware. I think everybody has that hunger, but for you, when did that become something that you can actually go on and do, rather than just be hungry and have no real way of getting there? When did it, for you, become a reality?
Again, I think that we start to build a momentum when we get away from the bottom of the table, and as you know, you become a more attractive proposition to players. Players come to you rather than you go looking for them. And so as soon as you start to be a bit more professional outfit, as soon as you're culturally in the right place, and you know, that's what this club's about. You know that from being in elite clubs, about standards and holding people to account, and that's what happens here. And you know, you let people be round pegs in round holes, do their job, do not interfere. You know, I see too many people in my position that get involved and interfere. I'm a fan. I don't know anything about the sport. I understand about passion. I understand about delegation. I understand about giving people you know, the ability to get on and do what they're good at, and we've got some fantastic people who are really good at what their job is.
Well, it's working so far, but you'll be the first to admit it's a semi-final and then hopefully a return to the grand final.
No predictions from me every week.
I'm not going to ask you for predictions, no. So we've got two here. Who's going to make the grand final this year? Give me two teams.
I'm going to go us and Leeds.
Hull KR and Leeds, say you. Who's going to win, seeing as Grandad won't predict?
Probably, I think, Catalan and us.
Catalan might be next year.
We're back in. Catalan, ever since they brought him out of retirement. We're going to put Hull KR and who else in the final?
In the top 6.
Maybe Wigan? Wigan and Hull KR to win? Okay, if Grandad won't predict, you will. Thank you very much, you two, and enjoy the semi-final. It'll be a sold-out. Neil, you enjoy it as well. Thank you very much for coming.
Appreciate that.
We'll let you all go and celebrate with the team. Thanks, boys. Thanks to Neil Hodgell. It is a brilliant story. You'll be out of retirement again, you.
Well, we have to get those lads in to predict.
Better than us. Better than us. It's a great story, isn't it? It's a wonderful, wonderful story. Hull Kingston Rovers. He knows it will count for not as much if they don't go to Old Trafford and get the victory, but we should celebrate what he has achieved as a club owner and investor.
Great, it's a great story. You know, they've been in multiple different situations. They come out today, they're right at the top of the league, but you can't help feeling the big ones at Old Trafford. The big ones at Old Trafford. The players after tonight, yeah, they'll enjoy it. We've seen Willie Peters. It's foot to the floor. He gets players out every single week, 100 mile an hour. He's going to be focused on October. He wants to be at Old Trafford, and they've got a very, very good chance.
Yeah, I think the pyrotechnics, the light show, you know, the lights being dimmed, the video, it all is like, it's new, isn't it, for this club? And I'll tell you now, Simi and Sam, when you're at Saints and Wigan and Leeds, this is not unusual territory. It feels fresh and new, and it is for KR, but they're going to have to get used to that, because this is the start of what I think will be a rich and glorious period in the club's history. This is just the beginning. We're just seeing the beginning of it.
It looks likely they'll face one of, likely at this moment, Leeds, St Helens and Wakefield. Leeds, if they finish third, cannot be the opposition for Hull Kingston Rovers in that Saturday semi-final. Go back to club call time. Is there opposition you think Hull Kingston Rovers would prefer here in 2 weeks' time?
I think Hull KR are going to have a real focus on themselves. Tonight, not great. Last week, really, really poor. I don't think they're going to be interested about who they play, because they know if they play like they have tonight or play like they did last week, they won't be at Old Trafford. I think it'll be a firm focus on them. I don't think they'll have a favourite of who they want to play.
I think they fancy Saints. I think they want to play Saints because they can grind with Saints. Saints aren't going to move the ball as much. I think Wakefield and Leeds have presented some real challenges in the last 5 weeks. You know, last week Wakefield handed it to them. 5 weeks ago, Leeds absolutely demolished them. and that'll be fresh in the mind.
Leeds have beaten Hull Kingston Rovers twice and maybe should have beaten them a third time.
Yeah, and you think back to Lockie Miller's try on this ground earlier in the year and you think, wow, they can play a different way that'll really challenge Hull KR. I think Warrington showed they'd learned from last week. Yes. They think we're coming, we're going to move the ball around.
First set, they move the ball, which is not Warrington like, inside their own 20.
Yeah. So just summarise again why that causes Hull Kingston Rovers so much difficulty.
Because Hull Kingston Rovers come with a mentality of load of line speed. They get real tight defensively. They want the middle unit to be shoulder to shoulder and challenge you. They say, if you want to get through, you know, we're going to stand shoulder to shoulder and we're going to give it to you. But then what they then struggle with is the ball goes 2 passes wider. You're getting into your half backs, your centres, outside back rowers, and that's what Hull KR struggle with at times.
Yeah, I think they quite easily get isolated on their edges in yard. You know, when they're flying off the line, as a middle, it's so hard for them to go on to the next task and get out to where the ball. A pass can skip 2 or 3 defenders, but they'll have like, look, Willie Peters will be all over that, won't he? He'll know that'll be coming. Whoever they play in that semi, that'll be coming out.
All will be revealed tomorrow on Sky Sports. Final charge Friday. 4 more games from the ultimate round of the Betfred Super League regular season before we head into the playoffs.